All right, well, hi guys. My name is Andre, and this is.
Beauty Benders! Nailed it. I'm James.
Okay, I'm not sure about this lip gloss anymore, girl. Right, so do you want to tell your listeners what's your why they're listening to you? This is a podcast, right?
I don't know why anyone would watch me or watch us. Why? What? Who knows? I actually worked with Donald Trump very early on in his career to develop his makeup look. So that look that he is rocking today, the kind of the white eyes, the kind of peachy skin, I actually developed that look for him. So
I'm an ex-owner of a very controversial makeup company that went really big and was very successful, Kat Von D.
the D stands for dick.
Yes. Pat McGrath. If you don't know her name,
Yeah.
you are probably poor.
I was going to say unsubscribe and don't like this. But that's a great segue to what we're talking about today.
Yes, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about luxe, bougie, high-end makeup.
Price tag. Lasers. So what have you got? What have you got that's you spend your monies on?
I feel like we started kind of like bougie from the beginning. And when you start bougie, then like, what's bougie from bougie? What's bougiest? So I probably am not quite as bougie as you, but I think probably my YSL moment.
That's bougie.
65 New Zealand dollars, something like that, for like a matte, one color of like matte eyeshadow. But that was definitely a case of just like seeing the marketing and being like, I want to be that girl. Yeah, anyway, so.
I also have a YSL thing, but mine's a
Yeah.
lipstick. This is probably the same price as your eyeshadow. It probably has the same amount of product.
Yeah.
This is like next level quality shit. Like this is more of a lip stain actually, I think. I wanted like lipstick that didn't feel waxy. Honestly, I use like a drop of this and it goes a long way, and it just gives me like a really beautiful color and it smells amazing. So I feel like this is one of my first more bougier kind of moments. I feel like I saw like Zoe Kravitz in the ad and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just want to be her, like sitting in the car with this like random white bitch next to me.
I guess that's a common thread, because I also remember being with you. You bought the Tom Ford lipstick, and that was a total case of like the counter, the like campaign imagery, the fact that it was like a boy and girl lipstick. We felt like we were being spoken to on like so many levels.
This is the lipstick James is talking about, by the way. Like there's literally, this is like 2 uses max for me. This is today's worth of stuff. Like
that's like a travel mini moment. That is like, but that's the full size.
Yeah, that's the full size. I'm kind of seeing a trend with me, to be honest. Like everything is very like miniature.
Pay more for less.
See, the common thread I'm detecting here is all of these products you kind of pushed me into buying. I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. And they'd be like, just buy it. Just get it. So I kind of pressured me into these things.
The way I look at it is I feel like we're both enablers, but you're kind of right. Like I definitely live vicariously a little bit with some of those things. On your high-end bougie want list, what's there?
Well, I'm gonna refer to my shopping bag at Sephora that I've been consistently putting these 3 things on, and just I can't bring myself to buy them. It's actually, they're all eyeshadow palettes. The first one I really want is the Natasha Denona Star eyeshadow palette. And this costs $100, and I just don't know if this is going to be justified. And then I also have another Natasha Denona palette. It's the Love eyeshadow palette. It's got a lot of pinks and kind of purples. And the next one is the Mothership, Pat McGrath Mothership Bronze Seduction Palette, which I might actually get.
Yeah.
But those are the three bougie things that are on the forefront of my mind. But then I also really want to try the 𝐿𝒰𝒳𝐸 Liquid Fluid Foundation, I think it's called, or Soft Fluid Foundation, that I've heard people raving about. And that one's about $200 as well for like a 30 ml bottle. What about you? Do you want anything? What's your bougie dream? What's the reason you can't sleep at night?
Crippling anxiety and like
get 𝐿𝒰𝒳𝐸 Foundation. It'll fix it all.
So yeah, definitely Pat. I don't have a specific. I haven't narrowed it down to a palette yet, but also like I feel like I've only just recently got to a point where I feel like it wouldn't be completely wasted on me. Like a woman going to an art store and being like, I think I might want to paint. What are your best oil paints? You know, like it's kind of like that. So I've started like kind of cheap with my like eyeshadow palette, but I feel like Pat McGrath wouldn't be completely wasted on me at this point. Like I feel like I could work it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with that. I mean,
someone jumping in with like Pat McGrath when they have no idea what they're doing.
I went on Pat McGrath's website. Yeah. So I bought like 6 lipsticks. Yeah, I feel like I got to the point when I have different things to start building like my skill level and my taste level and figuring out what suits me and whatnot. And once I get to the point where I not necessarily wear makeup every day, I'll definitely reach again for that higher shelf. But in the meantime, I think it's going to have to be ColourPop.
Yeah.
So I can't wait till the lockdown in the States is finished and we're over this virus pandemic. And I'll definitely I'll definitely be buying more of that.
So yeah, Pat McGrath is like probably top of my list. I just think pretty much as bougie as it gets. I also really want to try some Victoria Beckham. I've kind of been obsessed with her makeup line for a while, and there's like
David Beckham. Do you think expensive makeup is worth it? Like, given that you know how to use it, do you think you can get away with like finding cheaper products, or do you think there's the price tag is worth it?
That's a really good question. And well, we've been writing a few articles and emailing a few artists about like areas where you can like splurge, like where's good to invest in makeup and where you can save. I mean, in terms of like eyeshadow, I've still got training wheels on. Like, I don't know what the difference is going to be between a Pat McGrath and a.
Yeah, which is a big part. This is a big reason why those things are still in my cart. It's just I really want to know whether there's actually a big difference. Because when you go into the store and you swatch it, I don't know if it's just the display and the lights and like the assistants look at you and like, you know, all the expectations. You kind of feel like the product is better and swatches on better. Because I do have a Pat McGrath, like a mini Blitz palette.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I don't know. I feel like these are the things that you can kind of achieve with a cheaper palette. You don't really necessarily have to splurge that much. I mean, they are gorgeous. Like, I love this.
But I agree. Like, kind of metallics and like glittery shades you can get from like Milani kind of
ColourPop
makeup.
Amazing ones.
I think it's kind of with the mattes that and like blending and stuff that you'll probably really see the difference. But also it's about skill and like at the moment I'm still not sure whether like if something's not blending properly, whether it's just like the base that I'm putting down or whether it's just my technique and the brush or like, you know.
And having said that, I mean, obviously there are products that are very expensive that are incredible, and also there are products that just simply don't work. So it definitely is a case by case kind of thing. If you would choose to spend your money without hearing those answers from people professionally work in the industry, would you go with investing your money into something a little bit more fun, like the highlighters and eyeshadow palettes and lipsticks? Or would you go into like the complex kind of area with foundations, concealers, I don't know, contouring kind of cream stick?
Oh, I feel like any kind of like skin perfecting stuff is probably where to invest. And that's what I'm imagining, like the makeup artist. I feel like that's probably what they're going to say. And your highlighters, you know, you can get good supermarket or like a drugstore highlighters. We know that. And like eyeshadows and like.
I can't wait to go to the pharmacy and have like a side-by-side kind of swatch and see if I can find something similar that, you know, to this. I kind of agree with you. I feel like that any complexion products, the area to invest. All right.
Okay. Well, that was bougie.
Look at the zit I have on my forehead. That's bougie.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to leave it.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what I'm doing. Don't look to me for guidance.
I must have to sleep at night. But I'm looking fantastic.